What's up, you guys? Welcome back once again to the channel. So today we have a new horror short film to check out. This one is titled The Girl in the Street. This is by Alter and it has just been released about 7 hours ago. So it's very fresh video, very brand new. So I am definitely intrigued to check this one out. I just saw the thumbnail a couple of minutes ago and it looked really, really scary. So I was definitely interested. If you guys are enjoying the videos, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and link them down below if you guys want to check them out. If you enjoy the horror short films that I check out. So I always leave the original videos linked down below in the description area. And also, if you are enjoying the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below in the video and also leave a comment and hit the bell notification so that you're notified, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this here. I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to go in here blindfolded, but I'm going to tell you right now, I always enjoy the Alter horror short film. So let's see what this one is about. So let's go ahead and check it out. And of course, let's get scared.
So, is that a yes, Malachi?
So yes.
Who was that
The
walking
biggest
through there?
yeses.
That's good. That's really good. I think you'll like it down here.
Now when you say here,
Well, I've only been in this specific here for about a day, so I can't really speak too much on what it's like, but no, I guess it's pretty chill here. It's one of those rare places where everybody just seems like they're a good person.
Down here? Where's she at, in the basement?
One of those only get that for you kind of places, you know? It's kind of weird, I guess.
guess it is a little sad how weird it is though. I mean,
Yeah,
what does it cost to be a good person?
that's right. Sounds like
Right. Anyways, the company will
it. Moving
cover
on.
the cost of your relocation. We'll send a couple of local movers from here to get you packed up and on your way. You have about 8 weeks before we get down here. Hey, I gotta go. Somebody's,
Oh, already on to your next recruit?
well, actually, you are the last recruit of my round. And then it's somebody else's job. Guess that makes you kind of special. I'm really looking forward to working with you, Malachi.
Yeah, me too, Sasha.
Okay, yeah. We'll see you soon.
Happy?
Aw.
Val is fine. Look, when I get settled down there, I promise that I'll...
Welcome home. Thanks for getting that.
No, thank you. That was fast.
Don't thank us. Just trying to get you unloaded in time for service.
You both go to like a church?
Brother, in a town this small, you don't go to a church. You go to the church. Just up the road.
Gotcha. Well, enjoy.
Not interested?
No, I'm good.
Are you?
God. That was unsettling. The church is probably not even a church. It's some kind of cult or ritual they probably got going on there. And a small town, of course.
Hey, it's Sasha.
Moving guy left you with a broke AC? That's what you get, Goofy.
Oh my God, that guy.
What's wrong with the church anyways? Like, not everyone's a heathen like you.
Yeah, or you.
Me? I'm an angel. Or whatever.
Look, the whole thing was just weird. I mean, the other guy didn't say a word. I mean, he just stared at me. And then old dude, he just, I don't know, I felt like I was being judged. You know, like I'm really a bad person just because I didn't want to.
What
What
was
was
that?
that?
Yeah.
There's a girl out there.
And?
Can you hear?
I can't believe we said it at the same time. That's crazy.
I think she's in some kind of trouble. Should I do something?
Oh, now you're asking me what I think. Well, what does she look like?
She's, I don't know.
How could you not know?
She's got something on her head. It's like, I don't know, like a face.
Yeah.
I'll call you back.
911 dispatch, what's your emergency?
There's
Good
a
idea.
girl outside my house.
That's a good
She's
idea.
in
He
the
didn't go
street.
himself.
She's screaming.
Could be
She
a setup.
seems distressed.
Okay, sir, remain calm. Has she spoken to you? Is she threatening you in any way?
No,
He is calm.
she seems to be in some kind of trouble. I don't know. She's not wearing much. She's really dirty. Maybe bleeding, and she's also wearing like a mask.
Can you confirm whether she is injured, sir? If so, we can try and send medical personnel.
No, she's not very close.
Sir, have you not gone out there to check on her?
Oh
Sir.
my God.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you check on her, sir?
What? No, of course not. What I look like?
Does she have a weapon?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't believe so.
And
Smart.
does she appear to pose a physical threat?
Well, no.
Didn't you say she appeared distressed and possibly injured? Why haven't you checked on her, sir?
Well, nobody has, ma'am. That's why I called you.
Sir, we're a very small town and we're dealing with another emergency right now. We'll get someone there as soon as we can, but in the meantime, it would be real good of you to, at the very least, check on this poor young
He
woman.
called you.
Look, I don't think that's a
We've
good
logged your
idea.
call and we'll try to get someone out there real soon.
Wait, try.
Thank you, sir. Please call again if the situation escalates.
What?
What? Oh my God, that was terrible service. I mean, just the way she answered him too in the beginning, like you could tell she couldn't care less. Her tone and everything. Oh no.
What should you do? Something, I guess.
Listen, I guess. Does she seem to need you? No, I guess.
Don't go out there. Anything can go down, and then he's gonna get the
needs you.
blame. Call the cops again
Should you
and
do?
insist that they get there. Oh no. Oh,
Val.
oh no. Get other people in the neighborhood. I don't know. Ask for help around there. Don't go out by yourself. It's kind of crazy because they don't show
called the police. Not on you, just for you.
Where's everybody
Are
else?
you hurt? Is there anything I can do to help?
Oh my God. Jesus. Dude, call. Oh my God. No. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Told you, man, that's not a church. Yeah, I was like, it's gotta be a setup. Oh my God. Man, dude, you should have not gone out there. I would have argued with the police.
What? Sasha?
Oh man. Oh no, don't do. Please don't tell me he's the next victim. So she was the girl that was on
What does it cost
talking to him on the computer.
to be a good person? Be good. Have faith. Spread joy. I was scared too at first. But now
Girl, what are you talking about?
I'm grateful
You're insane.
to you. After a while, you will be grateful too.
Oh
Be
God,
good.
no.
You've done that already. Now, have faith. It'll be okay. And when you are where I am, when the next one is chosen to be good for you,
Yeah, oh my God.
then you will be grateful enough to pass
Oh
it
man.
forward.
Somebody please save this man.
Spread joy. This is the process.
Oh God. Somebody do something. Oh my God, they're gonna sew him.
Help!
Oh, I knew it.
Help! Help! No, please, please.
Oh my God, I can't watch this, man. Oh my God. This made me mad. That was The Girl in the Street. First of all, I just got to tell you guys, this was a very disturbing film. This was hard to watch towards the end. I mean, I just felt so sad, so sorry for our helpless main character. I believe his name was Malachi. Just the way he was trying to be genuinely polite, the way he was really trying to make a good decision here when it came to the situation of the girl in the street, right? He tried to call authorities or the cops, you know, and dispatch. Like the people that were, the woman that answered him, man, she was just super rude. I imagine if people actually, I've had people answer me like that over the phone. I don't know. I just don't take it personal, I guess. After at the end of the day, because they had a hard day or whatever. But in this film, it was like totally unrealistic, you know, totally bizarre, and just the level of disrespect towards our character. And he was trying to explain to her, of this poor woman in the street, to please send help, right? And the first thing that she asks him to do is to go check on her himself. And I'm like, that's the worst thing you can do. You don't know what's going on out there. The way he described her, you know, he was being honest, the way she appeared. And, you know, I really liked how when this situation occurred, they didn't show us right away. Like they took the time to really reveal what he was actually looking at. So I like that they kept it mysterious, where it was just his reactions and, you know, him looking out the window. And just, yeah, when he called the cops and they told him to do all that, I was like, that's the worst thing you can do. Obviously they're going to tell you not to go out there if there's any suspicion, you know. And he explained to them everything he could. Like she did not look injured, but she looked like she was asking for help, all of that. You know, no weapons, all of these things, right? That's what he explained. And instead of helping him out, she actually like shamed him for not going out there, and then said, oh, you know what? We're too busy right now. Call us if the situation escalates. And I was like, what, are you kidding me? That was a terrible police officer or dispatch that answered this, you know, the phone. It was just horrible the way that they were talking to him. But, you know, in the beginning, when he's talking to this young woman, Sasha, on the computer, right? They're talking about the place where he's going to move into. I'm not sure which town this takes place in. It looks like it's a small town. And I was reading the description. It said, you know, that they were creating this story in Ohio, Illinois, with like, you know, the people that were in the film, featured in the film. And this was an independent film that was featured by Alter. So I don't know if the film took place there. I think it did. But, you know, I'm not too good with locations sometimes, so I couldn't tell exactly where it was. But in this small town, you know, these small town films, you could definitely expect lots of strange people that have weird, you know, practices and strange antisocial behaviors in a way. And I like that as soon as he gets to the town, you know, when he leaves his home, he starts to, first people he meets are the two men who are unloading all the stuff. And then he gets greeted by a guy that says, welcome home, in a very terrible way. And that was our first introduction to these people, right? they had like a cross in the van and all of that, and then told them that they can go to the church in the town. But of course, their behavior was totally weird, and it freaked out our character, which obviously if you were in that situation, it would freak you out too, So it was a good thing that Malachi was just like, no, I'm not going to join. No, thank you. I'm good, right? I'm going to stay home here. So, yeah. The young woman that was with him, though, before he left, his original location, before he got to this small town, the young girl with the oxygen tank, I think she was somebody that he saw. I don't think she was physically there, because at the beginning, I thought she was physically there with him because she was in the same room with him and he was looking across the table, after he finished talking to the young woman in the computer, to Sasha. The young woman, Val, is shown across the table. And so I was like, is she his sister or his partner? I don't know what their relationship was. I'm assuming she was his sister, but I don't know. So she pretty much just tells him like, are you happy? I think that's what I understood that she said to him. And he was like, no, watch, when I get there, it's going to be better or whatever. And she just kind of goes, okay, right? So she clearly doesn't look happy about the fact that Malachi is leaving to this small town. And so later on in the film, we get him talking to her across the room again when he's stuck in this dilemma, to make a decision after he talks to the crappy dispatch officer. He's he's making this decision like, should I go and save this young woman? Obviously not. It was clearly a setup, right? But yeah, so he's kind of figuring out what he should do. And so Val is sitting across the room from him there. And I was like, how does she get there? Well, at that point, I was like, in my mind thinking, yeah, she's probably not real. And I think the reason why they were showing her, I may be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think the reason why they were showing her is because she was a symbolism of somebody that was trying to stop him, almost like his subconscious or something, where she was telling him like, does this person seem like they need you? What would you do if they needed your help? And this is a whole thing about like being a good person and spreading joy, right? We constantly get that scene, that kind of glimpse of the sign that's in his room where it says like, have faith, spread joy. There's another one. I forgot what the third one was, but yeah, they keep showing that. And so the whole like idea here is to be a good person. And so he's kind of thinking there, what should I do? So he ends up going outside, but before he goes outside, Val passes away, right? Her oxygen runs out, and then you slowly start to hear her struggling with her breathing, and then she passes away. But his reaction is not like dramatic where he goes, no, right? I was expecting him to just like, freak out. But then I'm like, well, she's not really there. When did she get there? So clearly she was somebody that he saw. She was somebody that he saw. She wasn't physically there. So it was all based off of his imagination. And so when she passed away, I think that was symbolizing that he's pretty much in trouble, right? There's something terrible coming his way, and we all know what it was. And so when he goes out there, he makes the decision, right, to go out there and approach the young woman that's just walking out on the street. And finally, as he gets closer and closer to her, he's saying like, hey, you need some help. I called the cops, for you. What is it? I forgot what he said, but you guys know what I'm saying. So he called the cops for her. And so as he's saying all of this to her, right? And so he's approaching her. And then when he gets to her, I like that rotation of the camera. That was really, really cool. The way it just slowly pans towards the person in front of him. And it turns out it's Sasha, right? But at the moment, we don't know who she is. But clearly it has to be Sasha because she's the only woman that he spoke to in the computer. So, but I couldn't figure it out at the time. I was just like, this is probably just some random person that fell victim to these, terrible people in this religion, right? In this church, in this cult, where in their minds, their perception of being good was a terrible one, right? And I'll go into that in just a moment where it's, where it talks about like everyone's idea of being good, everyone's perception, right? So I'll get to that very vaguely, but I'll get into that very soon. She turns around, Sasha turns around, and she has this terrifying mask, which was actually very unsettling to look at. It reminded me of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? With the well, not the original film, right? But the second one, I think it was the one in the early 2000s when the boyfriend turns around, or I'm sorry, not the boyfriend, the Texas Chainsaw guy. He turns around and he has the boyfriend's face on him. That was so disturbing. So it immediately reminded me of that, and it kind of had that combination too between like Midsommar and all of that. Once we got further to the end, but she's clearly calling out for help, and right here I immediately knew too that she's in some kind of trance. She got captured by these people and just got brainwashed completely in this church, and so eventually Malachi gets shot in the leg, and I don't know who shoots this bullet, but he gets hit in the leg by somebody. Maybe you guys caught it, I didn't catch it. And he falls down, and so they show all these people coming up to the girl and then just grabbing her, like kind of detaining her, Pretty sure it was against her will. Maybe she was clearly trying to escape this brainwash that she was going through, and she was so close, but she didn't. They just had her lure the next victim in, which was unfortunately Malachi. And so then he wakes up. Eventually, he wakes up inside of this church, and this is where they perform this very disturbing ritual on him. That was I was just hoping so bad that somebody came in and rescued this poor man, but oh God, you know how hard this was to watch. This was a phenomenal performance by both of these actors. I mean, Sasha just acting crazy and completely neutralized all of that, right? Desensitized to any of this stuff happening around her. And then Malachi's just like terrified and screaming for help as soon as they take out the needle. I mean, you guys, this was so hard to watch, but I stuck through it, There's something about like torturing in a film and a helpless person, and it just keeps going. Like they don't stop, they don't hold back. They just continue to go to the next step of the torture. And I'm like, when is it going to stop? Oh my God. This was like watching that, although it wasn't totally disturbing so much, but because they kind of pull away the camera, but just the idea of it was super unsettling. So I was definitely uncomfortable watching this last scene. And it turns out that the church was actually some kind of cult that just brainwashes people, has them in some kind of trance or something, where they are responding automatically now to whatever they hear, with that saying of like have faith and spread joy and all of that. Every time that Sasha would say this, she only said it once, right? But when she said these three sayings, these three phrases, the people would like clap, then they stomp their feet and all of that, right? So they were immediately just all desensitized, all in one group, and they would just automatically respond to all of this. So that was very, very scary. And in real life, there's a lot of this going on. So this is what brings me finally to the point of like perception, seeing what is good and what is bad, what is morally correct and good and stuff like that. You can see when somebody is in the wrong, like somebody is, clearly there was torturing going on here. When people are just messed up inside, based off of their physical appearance. We can see that the characters at the beginning of the film, how they made Malachi feel uncomfortable, the way they were staring at him, the way the first guy greeted him, it was totally rude. It was, it seemed like they already hated him before they knew him, right? This was not coming from any church. These were terrible people. You see what I'm trying to get at here? So you can sometimes even smell a terrible odor coming from the person. You can feel a terrible energy. We have the capacity to differentiate like things that are really bad, right? That are clearly not healthy for you, and things that are good for your soul, for your heart. You can feel it in your body. So when you talk about when you think about perception, or what's good and what's bad, I believe that there is a good that relates to everybody. Everybody can feel that good. And some people choose not to believe that. They instead go into another practice or into another belief where they close their minds to it. And not only that, but they become super obsessed with it, where they start to hold people back from their lifestyle. They become really judgmental towards another person. they see themselves as superior to somebody else. And when you have that mentality, when you see yourself as superior, and you're like on the right track, you know, you have this ego, you have this pride, that's not good. You know, when you're coming from a place of pride, and you're putting yourself on a pedestal or something, it's just not good. When you're coming from a place of self-hate, you know, you're caught up in some kind of addiction, or you're just hanging out with a self-destructing crowd. You're in a position where you are struggling financially. You're hanging out with a lot of people that are just not in you know, they're not doing good things in their life. They're in bad environments. You're constantly letting people down. You know, all of these things start to connect to whatever you're doing, right? So whatever decisions you make, you know, the consequences follow. Whatever lifestyle you're living, you start attracting more to that lifestyle. So if you know that most of the things that you're attracting are pretty much ruining you, they're just messing up everything around you, you can feel it as a human being. I'm telling you, we have the capacity to know when we're not on the right path, when we're not on a good path. I mean, you can see it right away in your physical body, in your appearance, in your surroundings, in the friends that you have, you know, in your environment, where you live. Like, everything connects to what you're feeling interior and what you're, you know, feeling inside, and what you're doing in your daily life. If you're practicing good practices, and what I mean by good, well, you are being more welcoming to people. You are not criticizing them as much anymore. You are now sort of connecting them, or, you know, like leveling with them as well, saying, I'm human, you're human, I still love you the way you are, and I will, you know, spread the joy that I have with you. When you're doing all of these things and you're open to conversation, you're willing to listen on all of these things, you are practicing good habits, like taking care of your body, of your mental health, like reading, doing meditation, all these things, that eventually starts to attract good things to your life. You know, you start to, you know, actually get a job. You start to save money a little more, make some better decisions when you're purchasing, better investments. You meet better people. You connect better with other people in relationships, because now you're treating yourself good. So that makes it easier for you to, you know, to attract the positive part of the good things in life. I mean, I'm going on a rant here, guys. I'm just going to keep talking forever, maybe in circles here. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here, but this church was not a church. It was definitely a very bad practice in the town here. And, you know, clearly these people took a person and just did all of these things against their will. And that's not good at all, you know? So it's like you can clearly tell. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought about this film. I'm going really deep into this. Like, it really just derailing from the story of the film. Well, as for the story, I really enjoyed it. It was such a good story, and it was really well filmed, really well captured, and the performances by our character Malachi, Sasha, and even Val, as little as we saw her, they all did a great job, an excellent job. The people from the church, the actors, you know, all of these people that were in this terrible cult, they did an amazing job too. I really was uncomfortable just watching all of their performances, the way that they were even just treating Malachi, the dispatch officer. All of these people did an amazing job making us feel super unsettled and uncomfortable. I really love this one, you guys. Hard to watch at the end, but I did enjoy it. And I definitely got freaked out, especially with that mask. Let me know what you guys thought down below. I would like to hear your thoughts. And, well, I will see you all on the next short horror reaction. Thank you, guys. Make sure to check out my trailer reactions. I got plenty of those of new upcoming films. And I'm so excited for, you know, this year's going to be good. I can feel it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Be healthy. Peace.